For me, every time I do something, like the only reason I do these videos is because I just learned something. I'm always learning something. I'm always seeing something. So I'm just saying what I see. And if I can't explain exactly what I see that I saw and that I still see, and I continue to actually understand the vibration, the flow of what it's like I can tell you how to get from here to anywhere in the world right now, right? But I would take a map and I would say, okay, as fast as I would be, or my memory would be, I can tell you where to go and how to get there, which I would take. And if there was traffic, I actually couldn't tell you because it's all jammed up in here. I got so much traffic. That's what happened. They turned me bipolar. It all gets jammed up. One cuts me off and all of a sudden I'm no further ahead than I was before, but it took twice as much time to get there because of everybody that's in between here in the end. So I'm going to tell you something, what I see. And it's a piece of paper that I have. Okay, now I know it's all backwards, but on here is a word, and the word is green. Green wood. What is the percentage of green wood before you can take that green wood and turn it from the beautiful world and into ashes to ashes and dust to dust? You must dry the green wood, but you're not actually drying anything other than eliminating the percentage of humidity that is in the wood that'll let whatever, I wish I was a scientist so I can explain the rest of this, but it needs somehow air. And inside the isn't water H2O, excuse me, company, is water H2O? Yes, water is H2O. I thought H2O was air, but that's CO2. So this is all too much for me. It's science. I need some science guys. Can you see any science guys behind me? Neither do I. Okay, so in the word green, it also means ver, which is not spelled V-E-R. It's V-E-R-T, which is green. 22 and 5, 27, and 18, 45, and 20 is 65, plus 6 is 71, or 59. Right? 67, 20, 38, the R and T is inside church, 20 and 18. 20 and 18, the beta world of man. Why is 2018 the beta world of man? Because man is 1 and 8, okay? The T, okay, with a 0 in it, gets 6. It automatically gets the 6 inside of Abba. 1 and 2 comes together as 12. F, 6 plus 12 equals to 18. I is 6 plus 3, creation. 18 is half, 2 to 1. So ver the word, ask any French person, that ver the word is a worm. OR in the center is the gold, and W upside down is an M, and the creation of the two is 39, the sky systems of Saturn, Venus. Because listen to this, it's Saturn, Neptune, congratulations, we are married. We are going to have two sides to us. We will have the left side of Mars and the right side of Saturn. But we switch. Saturn takes one click up and goes from 3 o'clock to 1:30, or 3 o'clock in the 24-hour day. The 2 4-hour day or the 1 3-hour day. 1 and 3 will create 4 and 3. And the 24-hour day, the 2 4. There's the 1 2 and the 2 4. 2 4 is 6. The others 1 2 is 3. Man's creation. So the worm in gold with W and M is the sky. We get the book because with the worm comes the book. And inside is the reflection of one's magnification in a world where the ver is not only the worm, but it is also the worm in reflection, because ver also says glass, and glass causes reflection, distortion, the alter of the colors, and not only that, but the glass magnifies. It magnifies things. Now, we know how this all works. One thing I would like to mention is that wrong, right, I don't know. Don't ask me, wrong or right. It's not the thing of wrong or right. Is the magnification of what I do, of how we think, showing that there's There's more inside just a circle. There's more than what you see, than what you understand, because you're not on the subject of the reality that I am in. I am in a reality created that someone would say, yes, it's automatically true. I see it now. I understand what you're doing. Yes, I do see there's a difference. If there's a number and I'm going to show you something. If it was created, how did it get to be that way? Did I put water in the bowl? Did I create heat the water? But what did it take to create the heat? And what were the elements that it took to create the elements that it needed to create the heat before I put them together? Because if I put all the elements together, imagine if elements all worked in a sequence where you don't have to do anything, then everything would catch on fire. You wouldn't have to light the match. We need that in between, the up switch and the on and the off. The on and the off, it's the same switch, the same hand that brought it up, that brought it down. But the same reaction is going to happen in the room that the person who brought it up or brought it down is living in. So we're going to show you this over here. See all these circles over here? Look at the time clock over here. Look at the X. If these two were separated as these two, right? This would now be the H. Here is the H. North and south, 2 and 8. 2 and 8. Oh, sorry, 2 and 8. Creates the I, 2 and 8. 4 and 6, okay, is the passage between. H, excuse me, this is the I. H is this way. H separates 2 and 8. Let's do it again. Here's H. Here, a line here, and a line here. And a line goes through here. That's your H. You're keeping on the inside of the H is 4 and 6. Mars inside Saturn. Now, I'm going to show you the I. Here's the I. On the left side of the I is Saturn. On the right side of the is Mars. On the right side is Saturn. Above it, holding on his head, is Venus. And below his feet, wrapping up in his feet, that's Neptune. That's Neptune over there. So now, if this was the H, if we had to put the book this way, this would be the H line, and the line would go here. On the left side of the H, okay, on the left side of the H, in the world of 1 and 2, 12, 7, 4, and 1, is Neptune, is Mars. And on the right side is Saturn. On the left side of the H and the right side of the H. The H is made with 147 and 369, the in-between. The I, okay, is made a little bit different. Here's your I. Your I is made on 258. 258. The left side of the I is 4, the right side is 6. One shoulder is 1, the other shoulder is 3. One leg is 7, the other leg is 9. Your sex is right here between 5, the belly button, let's say, and 5.5 right over here. These are your legs on the ground. Raphael. Here's another system I'm building. I need a little bit of time. I see it and I'm not fast enough, and sometimes I'm bipolar, you see. The advantage of being bipolar is my secretarial work is up to date. I've got everything aligned. I just can't keep it in order. I got so many ideas, and you only can do one at a time and explain one at a time. Otherwise, you wouldn't explain any of them well, and they'll say, this guy's nuts. He's bipolar, and these are the way bipolars are, because the information highway is just lining up. I got a free pass. I'm like on third base all the time, right? I'm on third base, and the catcher throws it into the field, and there's no one playing center field. Right? You ever see a catcher throw it to second base, and it goes to right field? How often is that going to happen? Or a catcher throwing to second base because somebody's on the steal and he throws it to third base. How often is that going to happen? Right? So anytime you send it to second base, you send it into the field. And that has to do with these circles over here. Now, I got company, okay? And I got to respect the company. So I am...
You are the company.
Oh, I am the company, but I'm invading someone's space and doing my... Oh, I'm not. Okay, I'm not invading anyone's space, but in 3 months from now, I'm going to get right back on here and tell you all about this night. Okay?
3 months?
Yeah, 3 months from now. Is my phone talking to me? I just heard something. Did somebody say something? Say something again, telephone? Will you say... let me hear.
3 months?
Wow, my phone is talking to me. Now, you might think, you get on here and you see some crazy lunatic talking about some crazy things. Of course. You take a jar, right? You take a jar and you put the cap on, right? And you twist it. But in French, it's vis. You take the jar, you put the cap on, you vis, right? Jarvis. That's all it is. It's like a name, right? Put the cap, right? Like handicap, jar, that vis. You screw on the top. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Before I end this, I have to add this on, that take all those who talk just like me around the world, and this is the reason that times are changing. Because there's no way 20 years ago you would hear me say this shit online. I'm sorry to swear, but that's not a swear word. That's a word of expression. That's a strong word of belief. 30 years ago, you wouldn't see me doing this. So automatically I have to partake to understand, okay, is that in the Bible, and I have to say this, that in the Bible, they said when times will change, people will be different. And there you go. I am one of the changes. I am one of the changes guaranteed because I am the greatest of all changes. I change for myself. And I reflect off the choice and what everybody puts out there. And I've changed for the better. Because I've changed within the masses of those who want the peace of the nations, those who want to eat right for the best of the, how can I say this? We can't just give away our whole life towards one element. Otherwise, there would be no actual life living. But during the times that you make choices, you have to understand the altar of the choice or the alternative. To be put on the altar is to understand the alternative before the action which was not an action thought until you had the choice to make. Raphael, the action and the choice and the verb of the action and the action of the action. Can you say the action of the action? Am I going over? Can I say the action of the action?
You can say what you want.
No, but do you understand? Like, first of all, it's, oh my God, I had a thought. Now I'll tell you what it is. Now that I said I had a thought, I'm sharing, you want to know, what's my thought? My thought is, what would happen if I dropped this pencil? So I had the thought. Now I say, well, it'll fall. Now I'm saying to myself, okay, it'll fall. Now who's going to pick it up? Do I have to pick it up? Now I let it drop. I made a decision. And then it fell. What is that word called of this? What is that called of me letting it fall? Was that the person, place, or thing? That's the action. That's the verb. Look, I'm going to drop it. What does the word drop mean? Can you wait a second, please?
Yes.
What does the word drop mean? What does the word drop mean? Is that an action? Is that a verb? Can you help me, please? Is that an action or a verb? If I say I want to drop the pen and I actually drop it, what is it? The dropping, as it falls, what is that? That's the action. The pen, look at the pen falling. That's the action of the pen. Raphael 7286. And I'm going to tell you more about that tortilla. You see, you have to see, you see this here? This is an energy belt. You tie up here, they tie up here, and you both work on the same energy. D and D, right? But I'm going to show you how I'm going to work D, 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 and D. Remember one thing. Once you're hooked up with this piece over here in the front, okay, this is your front. It's the opening. There's no D there, okay? Only on the outsides. I'm going to show you. Can I just show you this before I end this? You see this? This, okay? And then this, and then this. But this part is where the head goes in. So there's D, D, D. 4, 4, 4. And the 4D is your face. So you have 4, 8, 12, and 4. And then it becomes 16, and that's the purple ball. 12 and 4 becomes 64, 74, 76. And they're the 12 and 4 purple ball. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals 5. And it's the 4 ball. 0, 4, 64, 24, 34. 34 and 5, 39 of 76. The sky heaven is 76. This will equal to a total of 115, which marks the key. This will turn to a total of 37. Creation of the cube world. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Too bad for me. I uploaded this one.